But Giroud really created the chance with that lovely little flick round the corner.
I'm sure Olivier Giroud would have been a little bit miffed when Lacazette turned up as the record signing. He's always felt as if he should be Arsenal's main man in that central striking position. He's been linked with Borussia Dortmund, although that looks unlikely with Aubameyang looking as if he's going to stay. He's been linked with Everton too. And he's still very much wearing the red and white of Arsenal. And he's taking charge of this free kick situation. Ramsey is alongside him. They're arguing about it between the two of them. Chelsea's wall is being sent back. Caballero trying to get the attention of Marcos Alonso.
I can't help but feel that Welbeck will be most affected by Lacazette. I just feel that in style, how they are, Giroud's a very different style to him. And if Arsene Wenger wants to have a different approach at times, then he fits that role.
Well, he's on now, standing over the ball. Adam Ramsey is too. Marcos Alonso's getting another warning. It's going to be Ramsey, or is it Giroud through the wall? No. And he tries to disguise it. In the end, it's come to nothing. Elneny playing in Ozil's onside here. Can he produce a cross? Oh, it's through Aaron Ramsey's legs. Comes back out, and Coquelin ripples the top of the net. Did Willy Caballero get a little touch on that?
They're the situations where I just love Ozil's quality. You know, we spoke about him earlier and about not doing enough, but these, you know, he always picks people out. There's never just a hopeful ball into the box. It's a great cutback. Should make better contact, but I'm not sure if Caballero just gets a bit of a... No, doesn't get any fingers hit to it.
Important contribution from Olivier Giroud in the build-up to that as well. Seeing the ball fizz across the 18-yard box and prodding it back to the edge of the penalty area. Interesting decision from Willy Caballero, again kicking it into midfield where there were a lot of red shirts outnumbering blue ones. This is Boga. Came on as a first-half substitute for Pedro. He's done well to keep his feet and find the pass for Alonso. Conte. Fabregas looking for Moses. Moses might keep this in, he does, and Kolasinac manages to position himself in the right area to get it clear. Giroud, Ramsey's in front of him, trying to brush Conte aside. Ramsey. Now Giroud again. Ozil waiting in the centre. Giroud into the gloves of Willy Caballero.
Nice touch from Giroud. You have to say that he's had an impact since coming on at half-time. I think he's led the line. I think he's put a little bit more pressure on the Chelsea back three and pulling into good areas to attack and affect the play.
Liquidator, who got clattered in that attempt from Olivier Giroud, is back and moving again. One thing that Arsenal do need to sort out is that midfield conundrum. They have a lot of players who play in that area. They haven't seemed to settle on a duo. Here's Giroud, given away by Chelsea, who have been a bit sloppy at the start of this second half. It's going 3 goals up, in fact. They're giving it away more often than they did in the prior 50 minutes. Coquelin snapping into the tackle. A bit more about Arsenal now. Welbeck. Iwobi. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now on to Ozil, and Oxlade-Chamberlain again. 3 waiting for the delivery. Now Oxlade-Chamberlain again. Chelsea still not able to get it clear. Iwobi wanted to get it onto his right foot, then tried to set up Coquelin, and just weren't sure enough with the touch. And Boga leads the charge away, and he's got the pace and the trickery to get away. And he's won the free kick.
I've been impressed with him since he came on for Pedro. Boga, he's been very direct. He'll run at people with the ball. He's released it at good times, and you know that opportunity with Pedro going off is giving him a chance to get some game time. And he's fully grabbing that opportunity.
Got away from El Neni, and Ospina is to the rescue. It was pretty simple, that. Long ball from Luiz, and almost finished off by Willian. Here's Boga. Such good feet. And winning the foul on the edge of the penalty area. You can see why he was so highly rated in the Chelsea academy, can't you?
Definitely, definitely. His footwork. And what's impressed me that he has released the ball at good times. You know, he's done a little bit. He's stepped past somebody and then he's popped it off if he needs to. He's not being too greedy with the ball. And he commits defenders, which is always a problem. Just looking at Arsenal's vulnerability there again with a good ball from David Luiz, but it's quite a long, straight pass. You just feel like that they're so vulnerable when Chelsea decide to push the button and play a forward pass or try and carve them open. They're getting success far too easily.
Remember Marcus Alonso hitting a wicked free kick against Bournemouth towards the end of last season. He scored one against Leicester as well. Willian takes a mean free kick too, but it is Alonso. Conte. Back in by Fabregas, who always got that deft little touch to try and find a blue shirt. Moses. This is Willian losing his footing, and eventually the free kick does go his way.
Lovely footwork from Willian, just the speed of his foot movement. When you see him and Pedro playing on either flank or Hazard, you know, for any team to have those 3 players to play in those positions it's just a great asset.
I was spending a lot of time last week in preparation for this game going through the squad to the 2 teams, and Chelsea really do look as if they have a great first 11, but the backup isn't as experienced as maybe Antonio Conte would like, but you know, they might not have a full complement, but they do have in Conte a manager who's got a stunning work ethic and someone who's got more plans than an architect. He's got such great tactical nous that he knows how to communicate it to his players, and you can see that. Boga again, he's grabbing the limelight here, flicking it out to Willian. Good feet again by the Brazilian. Kolasinac couldn't get anywhere near him. Batshuayi benefits from the pinball. Marcus Alonso takes on Elneny and takes on a shot which was never really going to trouble David Ospina. And we've got some more live football for you coming up. Europa League action for you on Thursday night. ITV4, we're underway at 7:30. And it's Everton against Rosenborg for a place in the latter stages of the Europa League. They have this qualifying round to play, Everton, before a play-off to get into the group stage. 4 games to take them into the main competition. With the signings that they have made, they should be looking to go deeper into that competition. I was fortunate to travel with them a couple of years ago when they got all the way to the last 16 of the Europa League under Roberto Martinez. And they found themselves in a great position against Dinamo Kiev and then gave it away. We'll see how they get on Thursday. Here's Alonso, lovely cross. Victor Moses tries to bring it down and ends up hitting against the Arsenal defence when there were other options.
Yeah, maybe a better option to kind of square the ball or cut it back to somebody on the edge of the box. There's people arriving. I can see, I think it's Bogart just on the penalty spot. Maybe a bit of movement for him to receive the ball, but a good block from Ramsey, I think it was, got back in the end. But again, Arsenal, that ball into the box just looking dangerous again.
Here's Bogart looking for Alonso, and it's nodded back by Coquelin. Giroud running into traffic. Doing well enough to keep Arsenal in possession, though. It's excellent work by the Frenchman. Özil, Giroud. Still Olivier Giroud. He didn't make Caballero sweat. And as you say, he has had an impact since coming on at half-time. Almost wasn't allowed to come on at half-time. This is interesting from Chelsea, isn't it? Having 2 players wide of the penalty area, very, very deep. Obviously with the intent to play out from the back, no matter the circumstance. It's benefited them this time. Here's Bogart. They move through the third so quickly, Chelsea. This is Bogart again. Fabregas. Now Alonso. Batshuayi waiting in the centre. Whoops.
It's a very different setup from last season with Chelsea, from what I can remember, and very Man City-esque with Caballero in there and the centre halves dropping and pulling very wide of the 18-yard line.
Lewis Baker, one of 4 substitutes that Chelsea are just about to make. A few changes for Arsenal as well. Joseph Willock has just come on and he'll go into midfield. I saw Reece Nelson come in at right wing back as well. I think he's at the bottom of your screen, just left of centre. Lewis Baker is the first of the Chelsea substitutes. He comes on for Willian. Baker was away with the England under-21 side and was pivotal in their run to the semi-finals at the European Championships. Probably would be helpful to see the substitutions rather than a raft of rather insignificant replays, but can't have everything. Wearing 31 for Chelsea is Fikayo Tomori, another one who will be relatively well known to England supporters who have watched some of the youth tournaments over the summer as part of the England side that won the World Cup. Chelsea have also brought Kennedy on. And they'll play as a left wing back instead of Marcus Alonso. He's wearing 16. Here is Kennedy. And he's thrown himself to the floor rather dramatically. I think it was pretty obvious from this distance he wasn't going to get a free kick from that.
Yeah, he really tried to use, I think it was El Neni went to ground and very conveniently dived over his body, which gladly the referee